Hello, welcome to another Treehouse tutorial, and today we're looking at an English skill from the Year 5-6 curriculum, which is all about discussing and evaluating the author's use of language and considering the impact of that language upon the reader. I don't know about you, but in these difficult times I've got a real problem at the moment, because I've got, have a look at these socks. They're really not in good nick. I've got holes in the heels and everything like that. Ugh, really need thrown out. But the point of that is that today we're going to look at a persuasive text, which is all about having a lovely new pair of socks made for you. Could you think of anything more exciting to learn about today? Okay, so let's have a read through that text. Off we go now. Have you been standing around all day? Is that your feet I hear complaining? If so, treat the feet straight away to a visit from one of our sock heaven angels. Using our unique, ultra-safe laser technology, your own personal sock angel will produce a masterpiece in silky softness, made to measure to fit your tootsies no matter what shape they are. Call now for an estimate. Okay, so now we're just going to go through that text line by line, sentence by sentence, and have a little look out for some features that we can discuss, and constantly thinking about how the reader has made specific language choices, and how that can have an impact or an effect on us as the reader. Okay, so let's get back into that text right to the start. Have you been standing around all day? Is that your feet I hear complaining? Now we're going to pause there, and we should be thinking straight away, what have we got here? Yes, immediately some people might be shouting, well, we've got kind of two questions at the start. Yeah, do you know what kind of questions they are? And that's where people are hopefully shouting out. These are rhetorical questions. Okay, they're questions that do not require an actual answer, but they are there to make the reader think, to provoke a response from the reader. And in this case, obviously, to make the reader feel like, right, you've got my attention now. What is it that you're actually offering me here? Okay, so there's an excellent device that you can use in your own writing, using rhetorical questions in persuasive texts. Let's move on to the next part. If so, treat the feet straight away to a visit from one of our sock heaven angels. We'll just pause again there. There's all sorts that can be said even just about this one sentence. That adverb straight away there, is immediately giving us this idea of you've got to do this now. Okay, so we're really pushing that reader to be persuaded towards our product here that's going to be outlined. To visit one of our sock heaven angels. I'm not quite sure at this stage what angels are. Perhaps this is figurative language. Perhaps this is a metaphor. And that they're sort of like dressing their staff up to be angelic. Well, the staff aren't actually angels, but we understand what they're implying here and what they're inferring. Okay, so let's have a little look as we move on. Using our unique, ultra-safe laser technology, your own personal sock angel will produce a masterpiece in silky softness, made to measure to fit your tootsies no matter what shape they are. Okay, so again, lots to go through here. If we go back to the start of that sentence, we've got a lovely list there of persuasive adjectives: unique, ultra-safe, really drawing us in again. I like the use of the hyphen there for ultra-safe. And as we move on as well in that sentence, your own personal sock angel, remember this is really personalising it. I don't know if you've noticed so far that the person itself that this text is written in throughout here, is it first, second or third? Have a little think there now. Okay, so this regular use of you and your indicates that this text is actually in the second person. The writer is directly addressing us throughout here, which is meant to have the desired impact of us feeling persuaded to obviously invest in their product and feeling part of the text. They're drawing us in here. So as we get back into that set text, we're sort of halfway through a sentence there. Your own personal sock angel will produce a masterpiece in silky softness. Silky softness there, some lovely alliteration. Really, really effective device that you can use when you're looking to persuade. We've got made to measure, to fit your tootsies no matter what shape they are. Now I'm sort of laughing there at the use of the word tootsies because generally there's been some formal vocabulary and grammatical structures within this text, but equally this writer has cleverly just dropped in one or two little informal words and phrases, and this is probably the biggest one that stands out, tootsies. Again, kind of makes the reader feel a little bit more relaxed perhaps, makes them smile the way that I kind of did when I first read that, and just adds a little bit of humour to it, or a little bit of lightheartedness to it, so that's useful to use in your writing as well. This final sentence there says, call now for an estimate. So when we have a sentence that's so direct as this, it also belongs in kind of like instructional texts, and you might have known these originally as kind of bossy verbs, the proper name being imperative verbs. So like the call is an imperative verb, it's telling you to do it now. You're being bossed around by the writer, you're being told by the text, through this text, that you need to do something. And again, that's a really, really good device to be using as a writer of a persuasive text. So I hope that you found that useful, just going through this one very short persuasive text. Have a look at some persuasive text yourselves and have a think about the devices that have been used in there. And then when it comes to you writing a piece of persuasive writing, you've got those kind of devices to draw upon, and you can use them yourselves and go and persuade people left, right and centre to buy your product or whatever you want to be selling. Have a go yourselves.